Welcome back to Camp Out West. If you're new here, we're John and Emily, and we're currently working hard alongside our day jobs to turn this abandoned land into our dream off-grid home. Special thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video as we carry on with our tiny house build, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see how we get on.
So the storm has finally passed, still a bit windy, but nothing like what we've had. It's been pretty intense up here, but luckily the window has survived after all that, getting it down the drive and then obviously lifting it into place. But we need to actually slide it further into building now so we can finish building the last wall of the cabin. So that's why we've put it on these bits of timber to make it easy for us to drag it a bit further in. So that's going to be our first job for the day. First I removed all our temporary bracing we put on to protect the window from the storm.
Maggie's favourite thing since we moved onto the land has been following her nose. Not that she ever finds anything though.
Now the braces were off, we moved the window out of the way and closer to where it'll eventually live. So we've managed to move it now, so it's back where it's going to be later being put into the wall. So it's freed up this space now so we can do the last wall of the cabin. And then we have a complete box that we can stick a roof on. Now the wall was all nailed together, it was time to stand it up. We added some stoppers to keep the wall from going too far. Thanks to everyone's suggestions, we added them to the sides too. It's made us more confident putting up this last wall. It should be the lightest of all of our walls.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
It is going to be snug on the side because the window. Oh, that's easy.
Fall off the end,
compared to the last one. I'll bring it back then. Obviously I've started with the wall really close to the edge. Good. Hey. Well, that's so much easier than the last one.
Yeah. Well done, Dine. You got it perfect.
I need to get my side closer. Kick it out.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going until you hit the block. That's it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Whoa!
There you are.
Nice wall.
Right, hold there.
What a feeling. Okay. Good? Happy, Dine?
Yeah, alright. What are we doing on the top there? I can't reach. Once the wall was up, I secured it to the rest of the structure. So now that we've got 4 of the walls up on the cabin, we need to go around and make sure that everything is square and I guess plumb, so nice and vertical. think what we found is we've managed to get the back wall, so that long wall, that was leaning that way too much, so we've got that back completely straight. And then I think this end is racking slightly to the camera's right, and then the far end is racking slightly to the camera's left. So I've got a big, thick, heavy-duty ratchet strap, which I'm going to put from corner to corner using the steel chassis underneath. Try, like with this one, for example, trying to pull this one back this way. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do now. So fingers crossed. Try that again. It's probably better as a two-person job, but Em's off having a driving lesson. Thought I'd just crack on anyway. That definitely did something. Yes, that really didn't need much. I've overcooked it already. Right, let's have a look. I got the first wall level, then carried on doing the rest of the structure. Right, so I flipped the strap around because I'd gone a bit too far again. So this literally just needs, I think it's like 5 mil, which I think is that is bang on. That is pretty bang on. Perfect. Perfect. That's good. It's in. Right, that whole wall is completely straight. Right, so I'm on the last wall that needs sorting. So this wall is actually leaning that way towards the front of the building. So this just needs pulling back. I think it was just under 10 mil. So I'm going to give this a little pull with the strap. And then hopefully roll square. I've been going around with bits of timber to sort of secure it all as I go. And I keep going back and re-referencing each side. So hopefully when this one's square, the whole building is level. Right, I think we're good. So that's it for this evening. Tomorrow's plan is, all we've got left of the actual framing of this now is, so we've got a top plate, but there's an additional top plate of the same material that basically interlocks the corners. So that's our second sort of locking mechanism for holding all the corners together. And then we can get on to OSB then and get it all wrapped up.
We're so excited to introduce you to today's video sponsor, Squarespace. If you're new to Squarespace, they're an all-in-one website platform that gives entrepreneurs and creatives the tools to propel their products and brand ideas into successful businesses online. Being owners of 3 online businesses, we know how important it is to have a fully functional and professional website that not only helps us elevate our brands, but also allows us to make an income and connect us to customers from all over the world. Whether your business is just starting out or you're managing a growing brand, Squarespace make it easy for anybody, no matter your web design background or ability, to create professional and beautiful websites, online stores or booking platforms. We are currently in the process of building a website and online store for Camp Out West, and what we love most about Squarespace is their incredible selection of ready-to-use website templates that are already available to use within your account. Squarespace also uses a next-generation website design system called Fluid Engine, which makes it effortlessly easy for you to customize every design detail of your website with their easy-to-use drag-and-drop technology, which works on both desktop or mobile, allowing you to create the website of your dreams with ease. We also love their online store functionality feature, which will allow us to sell our hand-poured candles along with our Camp Out West coffee and t-shirts to people from all over the world. We love how easy it is to upload our products and get them ready to sell in just a few clicks. If you've ever dreamt of starting your own business or brand, or you're creative and you want to elevate your online presence, just head to squarespace.com/campoutwest for a free trial and get 10% off your first website purchase or domain. Thanks again for Squarespace for sponsoring this video. So while we're waiting for our roof trusses to be made before we can carry on with our tiny house build, we are going to do a really important job, and that is trying to make our hens a bit safer. We didn't mention it, but before Christmas we actually lost one of the girls, one of our favourite chickens. Yeah. So we're really sad about that. So our job today is just to try and make them safer. Yeah, so we were kind of, our main concern where we live, having like spoke to neighbours that have kept hens in the past, is foxes. And we do have quite an active fox here. So even just yesterday, when we came out in the night, the fox literally walked 5 metres past me. And the other day we were out here and Em thought Maggie took off towards the other side of the land. And it turns out Maggie was just on our side somewhere, and it was actually like a 20 kilo plus sort of dog fox. So they're coming out in the day and they are actually checking out the hens. Yeah. So we know they're here, but they haven't been a big problem. But the actual animal that kind of attacked one of our birds was a hawk or some sort of bird of prey. So we've decided to go like with an enclosed sort of walk-in run situation, so they are protected from, I guess, the sky. Yeah, and we've noticed in the mornings the birds are coming and sitting and watching the girls, and we just get the biggest panic, don't we? We're in the caravan and we see them and we all run out because we don't want to lose another one. So we actually saw the walk-in enclosure that we're going to build today. We saw it on our friend's YouTube channel, The Little Holding, and they had all of their flock killed and they opted for this, and they've been safe ever since. So we did so much research. Well, John did all the research, and we decided this will be the best option. So we're going to move the girls from down here. We're going to move them up on the top of the land, which is a bit more enclosed and safer for them, and we're going to set up their new run. Yeah, another reason for us wanting to move the hens, like even prior to the bird attack that we had, is down here on the back of the land. If you imagine, we're on the bottom of the slope, so all of the rainwater that comes through the land ends up here. And over the last couple of weeks, like where they walk around here, we'll cut to a clip now, has just turned to a bit of a mud bath. The chickens don't mind. They're quite happy scratching around and eating the worms and everything, but they're quite exposed down here. And part of our plans in the next couple of months is land drainage. So we're going to be cutting big trenches down this part of the land to install French drains, and they're going to be going through this whole area. So for now it makes sense to get the girls out of this position so we can kind of get that sorted. It doesn't mean that we won't bring them back to this area. Yeah, because it's quite nice in the summer. Yeah, and we do have plans to plant hedging and things, so that would give a lot more shelter. So we haven't ruled out having them down here because we do love having them free ranging, but I think we'd only have them free ranging when we're actually outside working. Yeah, we can actually watch them, because now we have had the bird of prey attack on the girls. That is something that we're constantly aware of now. Yeah. We don't want it to happen again, so it's just our priority today just to get them as safe as possible. Yeah, so first things first, I think we're going to put the girls away, and then we need to take up their electric fence. So it's a 50-metre poultry mesh. So we're going to take that up to the front of the land, because that's going to help dictate obviously the area that we need to put their coop and their run inside of. So that'll be the first job. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. I've been really anxious since we lost one of the girls to actually come and check on them in the morning in case another one has been killed. Yeah. So I think just having them in a much safer enclosure will just help ease my anxiety, and I won't be worried about going to see them in the morning because that will be safe. First things first, we started collecting together our electric poultry mesh. So this is the spot we're going to put the girls. We're quite lucky up at the front here. This is an old concrete slab, similar to what we put our shower on. So this would have been, I think here, would have been an old caravan, and this would have been their outhouse toilet. So we're going to put the actual coop onto this concrete, so then nothing can dig underneath.
and then I guess we'll just base the run in this area. And then I'm thinking our electric fence can kind of go around these like remaining willows, gives them some more shelter and stuff to do. But this doesn't look as good of a condition as the other ones. But this whole area was, well, above head height of, I guess, just grass that had gone out of control, and a couple of the willows which we've sort of cut back. So this has been underground, I guess, for quite a long time. So no wonder the concrete's all broken.
Come to see, darling.
Now the base was clear, it was time to put their electric fence up in the new spot.
We then moved the girls out of their coop so we could move it and give it a wash and freshen up. So last night when it got dark, we managed to get the girls into this new space. So we set up the electric fence and set up their coop. And today we're going to now put together their walk-in run just to help protect them from the sky predators. But they're so happy here this morning. They've been scratching all morning and eating all the grass and finding all the worms. So we're really glad that we moved them up here. First we attached their old run, so we worked out the space we needed for their new one. We totally underestimated just how long this coop would take to build, and we worked until it got dark.
This is what we finished building last night. It took way longer than we planned, just kind of the rolling theme with everything we do, but really happy with how it's turned out. So this is actually a different brand to our existing run and coop, which was by Nestera. And we were a bit worried by buying a different brand that we'd have to butcher this brand new run by having to cut into the panels, but it almost seems like it was made for each other because we just had to take out one of the back panels, whole panel, and it fitted up pretty much exact. So as well as this giving them a bit more protection from the sky and some predators and some more space, it's actually making our life a lot easier because we can actually walk into this. So the setup that we had before, well, which I guess we're still running into this, it meant that we had to crawl into it to kind of clean out their food and their water. Whereas this one, obviously, we can walk in. A lot easier when it's all covered in mud, you're not having to kneel in it. But then we first saw this, I guess, run set up on the YouTube channel of Grace and Ryan, and it's called The Little Holding. And it's actually a place we visited last summer. We shot one of their family members' wedding, so we've actually seen their property, and we've heard firsthand their experiences with the foxes. So they bought their property with like a setup for chickens, and they got a flock of hens, and they quickly got decimated by some foxes. They went for one of these as an upgrade to what they already had, and so far they've had no problems with predators getting in. So we've kind of taken their advice, and this is why we've gone with this. So you can check out their channel if you're interested. We'll put a link in the description. It's called The Little Holding. But I think the girls are quite happy with their new setup. I think we'd wore the grass and the land out down the back a little bit too much. So now they've got fresh grass. I trimmed this about a month ago, so this is all fresh grass from this year. And you can see, well, we've made a bit of a mess already, but as long as they're happy, it's all good. We finally got the 4 walls of the cabin up, which is a bit of an achievement in itself. We've got it all nice and straight. All the sides are level and it's all braced. So hopefully it's not going anywhere. So ideally next we would get a roof on this thing.
Yeah, so we've ordered our roof trusses with a local company, but they're going to take, what, 2 weeks to be made?
Yeah, we've decided to outsource making the actual roof trusses. We looked into it, and I think it's a lot more technical than our skill set. We're not mathematicians. I'm terrible at maths, so I think angles and working out the calculations for the wind and all that sort of stuff is much too technical. So we got a lot of really good comments and advice in the last video when we mentioned doing the roof trusses. So really grateful for that. I think we're very fortunate that we've got such a busy, active comment section on these videos. There's loads of you out there watching that have so much more experience with building, gardening, literally everything we do on the project here, because we are like complete beginners. So we're really grateful that you have that knowledge and you're happy to share it with us.
Yeah, we learn so much from the comments section. And also we can't get over how generous so many of you are. We get so many offers of people wanting to come out and volunteer on our land, which is amazing. And we also get offers of people wanting to send us things. So in this video, we've been wearing all clothing from the UK brand Passenger, who kindly reached out to us. They watch our videos and they wanted to send us some clothes to wear to keep us warm while we're working outside. And you know, whenever a brand reach out to us, we also ask if they can provide you guys with something. So they've given us 2 vouchers for you to win of £150 each. If you want to enter, just let us know in the comments section what you'd spend your vouchers on the Passenger website, and we'll pick a winner next week. But that's everything for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed watching.
Yeah, looking forward to the next video's progress. But thanks for watching, and if you don't already, go over to Instagram and search Camp Out West, and you can follow the more day-to-day life updates on there. But we'll see you next time.
See you next time.